you on back again with a new video on a video series of CSIR NetJar at Earth Sciences. So first of all, I am sorry to everybody. I am extremely sorry because my video really बहुत time से नहीं बनाया. It's all because of my personal issues. I am busy in my personal as well as professional life, and that's the reason. Sorry for that. So recently, one of my friend Sumit asked me this question from Planetary Sciences. It is basically a previous year question of CSIR. So I thought, why not to share the answer to everybody? Okay. So I thought, let's make a new video, and it is helpful to everybody. So let's start then. Please subscribe my channel. Here we have lots of content regarding CSIR. We can see from earth science, oceanography, atmospheric sciences, planetary sciences, remote sensing, everything you will get over here. So just subscribe my channel. Now let's start a concept. Okay, today's concept. So here we have this concept of luminosity. Now what luminosity means? Luminosity is basically a total power output of the sun. How much power is generated from the sun surface? That is the luminosity. It always remain constant as you move away from the sun. But solar constant is never be the same. I will discuss that later. Before that, let's see what is the source of luminosity, how it is getting generated. So it is basically generated due to the fusion reaction. What is fusion reaction? It's a reaction which is taking place inside the core of the sun, where pressure is enormous, where temperature is enormous, and over there four hydrogen atom is combining together to form one helium atom. Now the mass of four hydrogen atom and the mass of one helium atom is not same. Here there is a loss of mass during conversion, and that lost mass is turning into energy. And according to Einstein's famous mass energy relation, this loss of mass is basically multiplied. When it is multiplied with the square of speed of light, it gives you the energy. That energy is equivalent to this much of watt. Now think of it, this much of watt is generated per second from the sun surface. Okay, that is 3.865 into 10 to the power 26 watt. Now let's compare with our daily uses. Suppose you have say 10 bulbs of 100 watts. Right now we are using 10 to 20 watts bulb, CFL bulbs and all, LED bulbs and all. So think of it, it's very used, right? Now how much of this does the earth receive? So this much watt is generated from the sun surface, but we know our earth is 150 million kilometer away from the sun. Let's see. So the luminosity remains same, but the solar flux density will change. Is this clear or not? Now let's compare this with a simple bulb. Suppose there is a 10 watt bulb in your room. If you move away from that 10 watt bulb, the watt remains same, but the intensity of light will change, right? Suppose you are moving away from the source of light. So what happened? The watt remains same, right? If you see at 10 meter distance, if you see from 20-meter distance, the watt remains same. That will never change, right? But what about the intensity? That will decrease, right? That will decrease. Now this solar flux density depends upon the distance. It depends upon the area of a sphere. So this distance affects area of a sphere, and indirectly it is depending upon the area. Okay, so suppose here we have sun, right? This is our sun. This side we have sun. यहाँ देख सकते हैं. This is our earth over here at 150 million kilometer away. Now let's assume a sphere which is having a radius of 150 million kilometers. Let's assume a sphere around the sun. Actually we are in a plane, we don't have a sphere like this. Let's imagine we have a sphere. Okay, so now what happened? Think of it. Here we put the formula of area of a sphere, that is 4 pi r square, and r is our 150 million kilometers. It is in meter over here. We can just convert it. and this is the luminosity generated from the sun surface. So when we divide, we'll get 1367 watt per meter square. मतलब this much amount of watt is basically getting by the earth per meter square. एक मीटर स्क्वायर पर इतना watt energy गिर रहा है. That is your solar constant or solar flux density. Okay, so now let's assume for Mars. Now Mars is further away from the earth, right? It is further away from the sun also. So what happened? Now in this case, this r square becomes furthermore, r is higher over here. So this denominator becomes greater. If denominator is greater, that means numerator will be less. So in that case, solar constant value is less, and that's the reason why even on the Mars the temperature is close to minus 50, minus 55 degrees Celsius. That's the reason it is away from the sun. Okay, but sometimes this concept never matters. Okay, मतलब जैसे in a case of Venus the temperature is more because greenhouse gases are more over there, but Mercury is having less temperature. So ये जरूरी नहीं है. If you are away then temperature will be less. Okay, there are some other things over there also. Now, so this is the concept for the question. Okay, just remember solar flux density is the ratio of luminosity by area of a sphere. Okay, now the solar constant on the Mars. So we have a question over here. It is greater than the earth, it is less than the earth, it is same as the earth. So it is less than the earth, but if they ask the luminosity on the Mars, that will remain same. So for luminosity it is same as the earth, but as a solar constant, as a solar flux density, it is less than the earth. Okay, I think this is clear to you. Now if the amount of energy coming from the sun is more or less constant, why do we experience day and night and season? So day and night is basically due to rotation, and season is basically due to Earth's tilting effect. Okay, so tilt के कारण we have such situation. Now let's solve a question based on this concept. Okay. Let me make it big. Okay, resize it. Okay, so the question is, consider two planets A and B with radii 2r and r respectively. Let the distance from the sun be d and 2d. The solar constant for A, that is FSA, and B, that is FSB, are related by. So let's draw first figure. One more thing, here we can see that the radii of planet 2r and r over here is of no use. Okay, इसका कोई यूज ही नहीं है, right? Because the formula for solar constant is what? Luminosity by area of a sphere. Now this sphere is basically a orbit, right? The orbit is a part of a sphere. It's not planetary sphere. Okay, so ये जो sphere draw करेंगे, it is from this orbit. Okay, ना कि planet के sphere के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. Okay, so let's make two planets A and B over here. तो एक ये planet हो गया and one planet is say over here. Okay, so this is our sun, this is planet A, this is planet B. Okay, now radii over here is 2r, there is no use of this, and here radii is r. Distance given is d and 2d, right? d and 2d distance भी given है. Okay, so this is double. Now अभी हम लोगों ने देखा था कि मार्स पर the solar constant value is less than to that of the earth, क्योंकि मार्स is away from the earth, right? Even further from the earth. So वहाँ solar constant की वैल्यू कम है. So एक यहाँ से एक कॉमन आइडिया निकाल सकते हैं, बेसिक आइडिया, कि द वैल्यू फॉर FSB शुड बी लेस दैन द वैल्यू ऑफ FSA. ओके, इक्वल नहीं हो सकता. सो दिस इज नॉट करेक्ट. इक्वल नहीं हो सकता बिकॉज बोथ आर हैविंग डिफरेंट डिस्टेंस फ्रॉम द सन. सेकेंड, इट कांट बी लेस ऑल्सो. FSB FSA छोटा नहीं हो सकता. So according to this option A, you can see the FSA is equal to 1/4 of FSB. again this is not possible. So we have two possibilities now, either this one or this one. FSA is always greater than FSB. This is our FSB over here, यहाँ FSB होगा, ठीक है, FSB, ओके, दिस इज FSA, ये हो गया क्लियर। यानी FSA जो सोलर कांस्टेंट होगा अर्थ पर वो हमेशा बड़ा होना चाहिए देन मार्स FSB से दिस इज अर्थ, दिस इज मार्स, ओके। सो या तो C हो सकता है या तो D हो सकता है। नाउ लेट्स सॉल्व दिस, ओके। सो लेट्स सॉल्व इट, okay, this is very easy. So now what to do is, first find the solar constant for planet A, for planet A, okay, planet A के लिए solar constant निकालते हैं, then we will find this for planet B, okay। सो ओवर हियर FSA लिख सकते हैं इसको प्लैनेट ए के लिए, FSA, राइट, FSA, ये कितना हो जाएगा, ल्यूमिनोसिटी ओके बाई 4 पाई D स्क्वायर, बिकॉज द डिस्टेंस इज D, यहाँ हम लोग देख सकते हैं डिस्टेंस फॉर प्लैनेट A इज D, ओवर हियर यू कैन सी इस रीजन में, राइट। अब FSB निकालते हैं फॉर प्लैनेट B, फॉर प्लैनेट B क्या होगा, ल्यूमिनोसिटी ल्यूम बाई, यहां देखो डिस्टेंस गिवन है 2D स्क्वायर, सो इट बिकम्स 4 पाई 2D का होल स्क्वायर, सो दिस बिकम ल्यूमिनोसिटी बाई 16 पाई D स्क्वायर, okay, pi D square, okay, we can write like this. Now let's find a relation between these two. So ये है अपना FSB, this is FSB, रिलेशन निकाल के देखते हैं FSA एंड FSB में। so this FSA by FSB is equal to luminosity by 4 पाई D स्क्वायर, ये हो जाएगा बाई luminosity बाई 16 पाई D स्क्वायर, हो सकता है। so luminosity कट, this one is also, this is 4 pi D square, this is 16 pi D square, so 4 times में। now we can say that FSA is equal by FSB is equal to 4, क्योंकि ये डिनोमिनेटर में है इसके, ओके, 4 टाइम्स में। सो वी कैन से दैट FSA, जो FSA है ये हो जाएगा 4 FSB के इक्वल, राइट। FSA is 4 times of FSB. Is this clear? Is this clear to you? Now let's see the options. यहाँ देखो options में देखो, here we can see, I told you कि either C is correct or D is correct. Now C is correct, right? FSA is equal to 4 times of FSB, और this is true also. जो नज़दीक प्लैनेट है ओवर देयर सोलर कांस्टेंट वैल्यू इज bigger, and जो दूर है which is away from it, which is at 2D distance, over there the solar constant value is less, right? So that's it. Hope you like this. This is very easy, right? This is very easy. FSA is equal to 4 FSB. So that's it for the today. I hope you like this video. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe my video.